Plastic, plastic, plastic. What do we do with it, and what do we do without it? The truth is that we've all been lied to about recycling in general. The recycling symbol, we're all very much familiar with, and it's everywhere as far as, well, you're concerned. But is it really everywhere? Or is it a deception? Well, you're probably not too surprised to find out that most of the time when you look at a so-called recycling symbol, you're actually looking at a resin identification code. And only codes 1 and 2 are actually recyclable. And only 1/10 of codes 1 and 2 are actually recycled. So, in the 1960s and 70s, you had the hippies. They caught on to that plastic was, filling our landfills up, and they decided to make something called Earth Day. Now, the big companies, rather than fight the hippies, came out to deceive them. And they came up with some little programs to, supposedly recycle this plastic to keep the masses feeling okay about buying plastic products. But the truth is that to recycle this plastic would take a lot more effort. You'd have to have trucks, you'd have to have sorting facilities, you'd have to have facilities that would be melting this plastic down. When it all comes down to it, you'd be putting a lot more energy and you'd be harming the environment a hell of a lot more by recycling the plastic than you would be just throwing it in the landfill. But that's a truth that they can't have the masses knowing. See, they have to have the masses thinking that, they've made a change and that they've done something. It's all a huge deception. And, this is what they do. So where does your plastic actually go? It does go to a sorting facility. I've even been inside of one, and they sort it into giant tubs, and then it goes into semi-trucks. Where does it go from there? Well, it goes to third world countries where they dig giant holes and bury it, or dig giant holes, light it on fire, or they dump it in the ocean. And we pay that third world country a fee for allowing us to dump the plastic there. So there's nothing about your plastic bottle or your attempt to recycle that plastic bottle that's actually real in any way. It's actually all just a giant lie to keep you believing that you're somehow environmentally friendly when you're not. And you can say, well, wait a minute here, because I get 5 cents a can and 5 cents a bottle from the recycling center. Well, yeah, but that 5 cents is actually just it's a redemption is what it is, because you put down a 5-cent deposit when you purchased the product in the first place. So what you're getting back is that 5 cents. And so that the aluminum can is not worth 5 cents of scrap aluminum. It's probably worth 1/100th of a penny in scrap aluminum. So it's a common misconception that our attempt to recycle and be environmentally friendly is somehow playing a role in life in real reality when it isn't. So these people, they come out and they claim that they're, all about the environment. They want to help the environment. Everything's about the environment, go green, everything like that. When in real reality, this is just an attempt to control you, because you can convince somebody that they need to give up their rights. And no matter what happens on the earth or no matter what, problem that we're having, you losing your rights will always be the solution and the end result of resolving that so-called problem. So how is, recycling going to become you losing your rights? Well, because they're going to say, hey, you bought too much at the grocery store. We need to come and we need to dictate what you're buying at the grocery store to make sure that you're not putting out too much trash. Or we need to dictate how much gas you use in your vehicle so that you're not putting too much carbon emissions into the air. They're going to give you something called a carbon footprint. And then what your life's going to look like, if you ever want to go and watch the movie 1984, and they made a couple of them, that's what your life's going to look like. Big Brother's going to be in every single nook, cranny, and crevice of your life every single day, which they already basically are. And you really need to wake up to this, because these people are wolves in sheep clothes. They're spraying you with poison. They're putting poison in your food, in your municipal water supplies. These people are going around And it's all about money, power, control, and they've even went as far as to make FEMA camps for us. And one of the main ways that these people are able to deceive us is because everyone wants to think that they're a good person. Okay, people are very driven by feelings and emotions rather than logic and reason, which is actually a trait that only women are supposed to have. So it's really quite embarrassing that men are also being led by their feelings and emotions, very deceptive, evil feelings and emotions that can always be manipulated, and they're not real reality. But these people come as wolves in sheep's clothes, and they just, oh, aren't you a good person? And they can just trick you into anything they want to, putting needles in your arm, putting whatever they want, So stop allowing these people to manipulate you. They don't care about the climate. They don't care about you. They don't care about anything. All they care about is controlling you. All they care about is power. All they care about is money. And if they have to deceive you to continue their nasty scheme, they're going to, because they're all a bunch of nasty Satanists. Have a blessed day. Shalom.